Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. Taylor Swift seems to be losing favor from the public, and some people speculate that maybe her affiliation to the disgraced couple Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds is the reason for this. Now, she was at the Super Bowl recently, and when the camera panned to her face, the whole stadium was booing her. Now, I did talk about this in my previous video, and I kind of thought that people booed her because it was mostly a MAGA crowd and they didn't like the fact that she supported Kamala Harris for president. Also, some football fans are tired of the attention that she gets at the games. They're tired of her relationship with Travis. They're tired of the Chiefs. They just don't like the Chiefs or Taylor, it seems. But another big reason why people aren't feeling Taylor right now is because of her association with Blake Lively. And Taylor right now is trying her best to distance herself from her disgraced friend. Now, for those who don't know the whole backstory about the whole Blake Lively drama, she is currently embroiled in this very nasty legal battle with her co-star and director, Justin Baldoni. Now, Blake and Justin starred in this movie called It Ends With Us, and this whole project was really Justin's baby. He's the one who directed it. He got his production team behind it. He wanted to adapt it from a book to a film because originally It Ends With Us was a book by Colleen Hoover, which centered around romance and domestic violence. And so he played a major role in getting this story to the big screens. Now, when Blake Lively was cast, Justin was excited about it at first because Blake is a big name, and her being a part of this film would actually bring a lot of attention to the movie. However, she became Justin's biggest nightmare. Her raggedy self and her raggedy husband, Ryan Reynolds, were bullying Justin. They were intimidating him. They literally took control of this whole film. Blake was trying to revise the script. She tried to change the wardrobe, and she blew through like $600,000 on her wardrobe alone. She wanted to edit the movie, which was the job of Justin because he was the director, but she wanted to take over his job. Like, she wanted to get majority of the credit because she wants to feel important.
Yeah, when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull because you're like, you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do. I knew that they just wanted me to show up and look cute, but I also knew that that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative, whether that be in the writing, in the costume design, in creating the character.
So literally, Blake admitted that she has to be in control. And unfortunately, Justin caved into a lot of her demands because she kept throwing her weight around. She kept flexing her power. She would run to Sony and make complaints. She would threaten to not finish the movie if she didn't get her way. She would threaten to not even promote the movie if she didn't get her way. She also was using her friendship with Taylor Swift to influence people and to intimidate Justin into doing what she wanted to do. There was a point where she tried to revise the script for the rooftop scene, and she was putting pressure on Justin to agree with the script changes, and he didn't want to switch up the script out of respect for the script writer. But Blake wanted to exert her control over the whole project, and she even was trying to entice Justin to convince him to change the script. She sent him this whole text talking about how flirty and yummy she could be, which is kind of odd that she as a married woman would be texting this to a married man. It doesn't seem professional. It kind of seems like, she might have been trying to entice him a little bit, but Justin wasn't going for it, and she probably felt the rejection. And this is probably why her husband, Ryan Reynolds, is really mad, but that's besides the point. But Blake was doing all she can to revise the script. One day she had a meeting with Justin, and it so happened that her BFF, Taylor Swift, walked in, and Taylor praised Blake's version of the script, and Justin felt pressured to go along with Blake's version because Taylor liked it. And you kind of question why Justin wouldn't put his foot down. Well, the truth of the matter is he had to really acquiesce to a lot of Blake's demands because he knew that she would be the draw for the film. And also Taylor had influence as well because she contributed to the soundtrack. So Justin didn't want to step on any toes, but he kind of saw how Blake was trying to take so much control over the project, and she was also using her friendship with Taylor as leverage to basically gain control. And she even referred to Taylor and her husband Ryan Reynolds as her dragons. She compared herself to Khaleesi from Game of Thrones, and she compared Taylor to being one of her dragons and her gorgeous monster. So basically she was saying, Taylor is in my corner, she will fight for me, I could use her to open doors for you. So don't cross me, because if you cross me, you're going to cross Taylor, and basically you're going to ruin your career. But right now, Taylor is very upset with Blake Lively because her name is being mentioned in this lawsuit. And also, she's upset to find out that Blake has been basically using their friendship as a way to manipulate people. It seems like Blake is one of those people who uses relationships and connections as a way to gain favor in situations and also to gain control. And her friendship with Taylor has been one of the most important relationships for her, because I believe that she has used Taylor's name to open doors for herself. I believe both her and Ryan Reynolds have been using Taylor's name to gain further access in Hollywood and to also intimidate people into doing what they want them to do. Taylor, however, wants no parts of this, and she is cutting Blake off because she is angry at the fact that Blake used her to intimidate Justin. She also didn't like the fact that Blake was calling her dragon. She was like, girl, what? A dragon? I'm not a dragon, girl. I'm your friend. So I do believe that Taylor might have been blindsided a little bit in this whole situation. I don't think she realized how much Blake was inappropriately leveraging her name and their friendship. She was even surprised to find out that Blake told this young actress that Taylor was the reason why she was casted, and that wasn't true at all. That was a complete lie.
Did I hear that Taylor may have had some influence in getting
Yes,
the role?
she did. Yeah, I know. I don't even know if I'm meant to be saying it, but I'm saying it. Yeah, she was a helpful part of the process of the audition, which I found out later after I got it, and that rocked my world.
I think Taylor might have heard about how Blake moves because she's been friends with this woman for a very long time. So she knows Blake. She knows what type of person she is. She knows about her reputation. She knows that she has an attitude. She knows all those things, but she was cool with her because Blake was basically making her look good. But this whole situation with Justin Baldoni now is not making her look good at all. And because of it, she's pretty much ending her friendship with Blake. And she's making it very clear because this past Super Bowl, she attended the event without Blake being there. Now, the last Super Bowl, she was with Blake and Ice Spice, but this time she only opted to hang out with Ice Spice and some other friends. And she purposely did not invite Blake. And she was sending her a very clear message. You're no longer allowed to use me. You can't get any perks, any favors from me. You can't use me to bully people in the industry. You're done. One thing Taylor is serious about is her reputation. And if she feels like somebody around her is affecting her rep, she's going to get rid of them. Like, she cuts people off with a quickness. And it seems kind of cold and it seems kind of calculating, but this is how Taylor has been able to protect her image and her brand. But back to the whole Blake and Justin story. It's a doozy because Blake was so hell-bent on getting her way that she tried to destroy Justin and his team in the process. She made a list of demands and she was trying to curate this narrative that she was being sexually harassed. She claimed that Justin fat shamed her by asking their mutual personal trainer about her weight. I mean, the only reason why Justin asked the trainer that is because he has back problems and he wanted to make sure he didn't overextend himself during the lift scene. But Blake accused him of fat shaming her, and she also accused him of walking in her dressing room while she was topless and breastfeeding. She made it seem like he walked in without her consent, but she was the one who asked him to come so they could discuss wardrobe changes. And she wasn't even topless, she was fully covered. But she tried to make it seem like he was being a creep. And she also pulled that same stunt with the producer of the film, Jamie Heat. She claimed that he showed her this porno video when in reality, he actually showed a very short clip of him and his wife after labor. And he wanted to show her this clip to kind of give her a reference point on how to act during the birthing scene. However, she took it and made it into something so perverse, which is weird. How do you sexualize a woman giving birth? That's just so weird. Like, Blake is a weirdo. And she and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, bullied Justin during a meeting. They berated him and accused him of all types of things. And people who were in the meeting never witnessed anyone speak down on somebody the way that Ryan and Blake spoke down on Justin. It was just horrible. And also, Ryan continued to bully Justin. He actually played a character that mocks Justin in the movie Deadpool and Wolverine. And the disrespect continued. Blake didn't want Justin's name to be credited on the movie at all. She turned the cast against him, and she and her husband made Justin and his family sit in the basement during the premiere of his own film. And the reason why Justin tolerated all of this disrespect is because Blake kept threatening to boycott the film. She never signed the contractual agreement to promote the film, so she always waved that threat over Justin's head. She said she wouldn't promote it and she would actually sabotage it if she did not get her way. This woman and her husband are crazy. And Justin did an interview that was actually done back in November. And this was after all the drama he went through with Blake and her husband. And you could just tell that he was going through it.
This morning, I sent a text message to my best friend, Jamie, and the president of my company, Tara. And I told them that I wasn't in the best place. I told them that I was exhausted, that I haven't given myself time to recover or time to heal. I had a intense year, a lot of material success, and a lot of emotional stress. It was very hard on me and my family. And I sent this text this morning and I just said, I love you both. I just need you to know I'm not in the best place. I woke up at 4:30 this morning. I'm not feeling great. My heart was racing. I'm noticing that, I'm having some anxiety. And when I check in with myself, I realize that I just haven't given myself the time to heal from this year that I needed.
So Justin was just drained. Like, this man looked like he was completely defeated. But Blake did eventually start to get her karma, and it really all started during the press run for It Ends With Us. She was getting all types of bad press for her attitude, and she didn't like that. So you know what she did? She blamed Justin for spearheading a smear campaign against her. She went to the New York Times and posted this whole complaint accusing him and his PR team of smearing her name. And also, she accused Justin of being sexually inappropriate with her. She said that he was doing a lot of unwanted touching, which he did fire back and say that he didn't do anything that wasn't specifically said in the script. So he was doing his job. And if you look at the raw footage of one of their scenes together, you don't see where Blake is uncomfortable at all. Like, she looks very, very comfortable. But this complaint that she put out to the New York Times actually triggered this nasty legal battle that she and Justin are going through now, because Justin did slap the New York Times with a $250 million lawsuit for libel. And he also sued Blake, her husband Ryan, and their publicist Leslie Sloan for $400 million for defamation, extortion, etc. So this has been a very nasty legal battle. Even their teams and their publicists are involved. So it's just really messy. But Justin provided all of the proof exposing Blake's lies. So there's no question on who to believe. It's clear that Blake and her husband Ryan are a piece of work. They're liars, they're manipulators, they're narcissists. They are crazy. And it's good that they're finally getting exposed. But anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.